to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda to remove item 5, 6, and 7.
Support.
Are there any questions or discussion regarding the amendment of the agenda? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. Now I need a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Motion approved. Support. Sorry.
Are there any questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the agenda as amended, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion passes.
That's a roll call?
No, just the agenda.
Sorry.
Moving on. Moving on to comments from the audience.
Raise your hand and get us on.
Please state your name and address and have
I don't think we've ever had anyone raise their hand before.
Typical me.
Very simple.
I actually have a statement I'm going to read where I normally wouldn't read it. It's a busy time of year. So. Good evening. My name is Sean Jesse, 958 Leak Road in Niles. I am here to speak on behalf of the Educators Association. I want to take a moment to talk to you about contract negotiations. This is the 4th time I've been directly involved in negotiating the contract. I want to commend Dr. Such for her leadership and openness during our negotiations. In this round of negotiations, there was a willingness to have dialogue to legitimately try to improve areas of the contract that were deficient for all involved. Both sides were able to find fruitful conversations, diving into the areas that needed improvement and working to find the best possible solutions. Compromises were made, and we, the teachers, believe this is a very fair contract. A contract that will help foster a stronger district. This contract provides for teachers so that teachers can provide for students. Examples of this include improvements in elementary prep time and class size language. It also allows teachers to focus on growing as individual educators with the guidance of their peers through the new mentor program, which will also help recruit and attain new talent. Further, the contract provides new opportunities for students under the guidance of their teachers, such as robotics and the professional business organization. These are just a few of the many improvements made to the contract. On behalf of the teachers, we would like to thank Dr. Such, Ms. Enders, Mr. Markle, Mr. Jordan, and Ms. Spalding for the productive conversations that led to this contract. We want to tell you that the contract was approved by the teachers with overwhelming support. In fact, it was unanimous. And we would like to encourage the board to approve it as well. If passed, I am certain the teachers will look forward to working under this contract for the next 3 years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any more comments from the audience? Seeing none, I will move on to items of business. The ratification of the Edwardsburg Association contract. Dr. Such.
Well, as you all received a copy of the updated contract that the EEA proposed, which was in keeping with what you were updated on as we went through negotiations. I will echo what Mr. Jesse said, that it was a very productive, well use of everyone's time to come to the table. And I feel that what was kind of netted out of that is a contract that is good for teachers, but a contract that's good for teachers is also good for the district. So I think it addresses some of our areas on keeping good teachers, recruiting new teachers, and it was definitely having the team perspective of administrators from the secondary level, the elementary level, and then also, having the business office present to make sure what we were discussing was something that was doable and in keeping with the board's, want to keep the fund balance where it should be in terms of making payroll and things like that. So it was definitely a collaborative effort. I'm happy to answer any questions since you've gone through this that you have. It is a 3-year contract, so we wouldn't be coming back to the table again till 2027, which sounds really weird to say.
I think my only question had to do with the class size. I love this part. My question is in point 7, it just says, will make all efforts to reduce overall class size. Is there any kind of process that's being put in place for that?
So really what happens is, the teacher and the administrator of the building, as soon as there's an overage, along with representation of the union, would come together, see if there's a way to balance class sizes. Sometimes there's not. And if we just have where it's kind of a one-off, situation where there's moving to another class is just going to cause an overage in that class as well too. That's where the additional compensation comes into play for the extra work that the teacher would have for that student. So the
So-
idea is to make every effort ahead of time, and know that sometimes when kids move in, you don't have that luxury. But also as part of that discussion, it's looking at the makeup of the classes. So do we have a lot of students who might have an IEP or a 504 plan in that class? Do we have any English learners in that class? And then seeing if there's a way where there might be an overage in this class, but the needs of this class kind of even that out.
I think, like I said, this is awesome. So if there's not an agreement, is it just basically then the administrator does get final say? Is that how it goes?
We would be if there's a student and there has to be an overage, there might be a teacher who doesn't want that overage, rightfully so. But we do have to have a place for, ultimately it's, the student comes first and we need to have a place to put them. And that's where the compensation would be given.
Okay, perfect.
Right.
Thanks.
Are there any other questions or discussion? Is there a motion to approve the contract as presented?
I'll move. Oh, go ahead.
I'll
Sorry,
support
Nat.
this time.
Yeah,
All right, this will be a roll call vote, and I will start with Tony.
I have to abstain.
Becky?
yes.
Kevin?
I have to abstain as well.
Natalie? Myself, yes. Justin?
Yes.
And Tammy?
Yes.
Motion passes. Congratulations, you guys did an awesome job. Now, is there a motion to adjourn?
Say something, will you, Justin?
Yeah, so moved.
Come on.
Support.
All in favor of adjournment, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you all for everything you've done.
That's a quick and to a